Good morning guys and happy Wednesday. A bit of a long time no chat since the last video. It's been like a couple weeks since I've actually filmed anything. We've just been going with the flow with prep. Honestly, the last couple weeks have been quite challenging just in terms of like energy wise, like definitely noticing the fatigue more, the ability to like hold a conversation in certain times of the day. I'm literally mute for literally most of the day. So just been giving myself a bit of grace of just like letting myself like take it day by day. And you know, if the desire to film is there, like I'll take it. And if not, I'm just giving myself a bit of grace there because it's one of those things where like this YouTube and like filming videos is like passion project, like funsies for me, which is fun. And I actually really enjoy doing it. But I also only have so much time in my day and so much energy right now. And I need to pour that into the areas that are of a highest priority, being prep and business. So we just like a bit of a 2-week hiatus, but we're back and we're feeling really, really good this week. We're actually still running the same protocols, which I think I mentioned in the last video at the moment. So we're running 5 low days, 2 high days. So I have a high day tomorrow on Thursday and Sunday, so both my rest days. And it's been going really, really well. I've actually hit a new low weight yesterday. I'm currently at 52.8, which is nearly like 10 kilos down since the start of prep, which is pretty wild. And coach is very, very happy with how I'm progressing at the moment and very much on track in terms of just like where we would expect to be at by the time show day does come around, or the first show day comes around. So we've got another week of running that protocol, and each week we're just kind of seeing, obviously based on the data, how my body's responding, how I'm looking and things like that, on whether or not we're making changes. But so far my body's been responding really, really well to this. So the last 4 weeks have pretty much looked the exact same. I also started a new training program as well last week, so this is week 2 of this block, and my split has changed slightly. I'm doing 2 lower days, 2 upper, 1 full body day as well, and the full body is literally just like glutes and shoulders and arms, with the training program to kind of like high rep stuff and just really focusing on not focusing on loading, but just adjusting some of the rep ranges and the exercises to reduce the loadability of it. Because I was finding in the last training block, or towards the back end of the last training block a couple weeks ago, a lot of the exercises I can be quite strong at, I was struggling with getting the setup correct because there is less of me. I can't get into position well. Obviously, like there is a lot less like fatty tissue around my muscles, my joints, and all those sorts of things. So like my ability to push heavier loads right now at the weight I'm at with the current body fat percentage I'm at is not necessarily the safest route or the smartest route. And like obviously with the goal of stepping on stage, and this is something I've really had to wrap my head around, like the goal isn't to be the strongest on stage, the goal is to have the best physique on stage. So not worrying too much about the numbers at the moment and just really focusing on getting the most out of every rep, out of every set, you know, controlling the weight and still training with a high intensity, but not getting in my head of like, oh my God, you're lifting lighter than what you were doing. Peak build phase, it's like, obviously, Kayla, you are 15 weeks into prep, you are nearly 10 kilos lighter, and your goal is to look incredible, not to be the strongest on stage. For today's session, it is kind of like my quad focus day, quad and glute focus day. So starting with cable glute kickbacks, then we've got the hack squat, single leg press, leg extension, 90-degree hip extension, and decline leg raises. I'm currently doing abs like 3 times a week at the moment, and the DOMs have been fucked. I have never trained abs this much in my life, let alone never, and I can feel it. But I'm gonna get stuck into this warm up. We're gonna bring you along for this session. Exercise number 1, we've got cable kickbacks. I'm about to do my final set. This is starting the entire workout, getting a bit of glutes at the start, obviously within the wellness division and wanting to pursue myself in that division, we need to have some solid glutes. So starting with that, I've got kickbacks twice in my program. Today I've got the kickbacks on the cables. So it's going to be a little bit more of a stretch and really focusing on like that kind of scoop. And then I have kickbacks on the machine on my full body day, which is a slightly different kind of kickback. It's more of like that bent knee kicking up, whereas this is like a scoop. These ones in particular, I'm really focusing on not letting myself kick all the way back to fucking the next country next door to Australia, like the biggest mistake I see people make on a kickback is just kicking their leg up so fucking high and think that like more range is better. In the context, depending on the exercise, sometimes more range is ideal, but in something like a kickback, your glutes are not working through that entire range. A lot of people complain, oh my God, my back hurts. Yeah, it's because you're literally arching through your entire lower back to kick your fucking leg up to the ceiling. So it's a really, really small range of motion, really focusing on contracting the glute. And my cue, or like what I'm thinking about, is as I'm kicking my leg back, I'm thinking about squeezing my glute as I come up, and I'm stopping once I reach full hip extension, coming back in with control. I'm not swinging the weight. I'm not trying my leg back to the next country. I'm keeping my range of motion smaller and consistent across the whole set to make sure I'm actually targeting my glutes and not utilizing my lower back and things like that. And another thing people also commonly say, and like I have this conversation quite a lot with clients, is that they feel it a lot in their supporting leg, and that is absolutely okay. That is normal. Your supporting leg, even though you're not taking it through a range of motion, those muscles are still working asymmetrically to a degree to keep you stable. To minimize that, I always make sure my upper body is nice and stable as well. Sometimes when we don't have a stable upper body in our kickback, or we're not using our arms to keep us still, our supporting leg can work that little bit extra harder. So I like to keep, obviously that leg is working to support, but I also make sure my upper body is staying still in place as well, and that I find myself actually evenly distributing my balance across both things versus just having it all in the leg, and that's why I don't feel it as much. But feeling it a little bit in your supporting leg is normal, especially once you go into your second leg as well. You've just worked that leg. There's going to be a little bit of fatigue carrying over as well, so it's nothing to be alarmed about.
Locked and loaded. Life's a bitch and she pussy pop, no pockets, I gotta open. That pussy stoking, fuck is you promoting? Yeah, you claim you rage, you hate it like you lobbing. Oh, clean. I'ma back down niggas with the blue bag. Introduce you niggas to the new swag. Niggas say a nigga blew a blue bag. I'm so stupid on this new ads. I'm so stupid on this new cash. $1,000 just to hold my ball. All I ever do is let my juice sack. Hot gone, but the juice back. Get the popcorn, juice snacks. It's a movie, nigga, with a new cast. Get the news flash, it's the truth back. This is boom back, it's the new rap. Look at all the niggas that I flew past. Go by air to the new rag. Nigga make way.
Another really important thing when you're doing a kickback is to make sure you're not letting your hips open up with every single rep. You want to keep your hips square. A lot of times people go get the extra range with their back like this, or they start opening up. You want to keep your hips nice and square with the ground. Keep everything still, and the only movement that should be happening is as your leg kick back. We don't want to see leg kick back. Hip open, back arch. Keep everything nice and stable. It's a very small movement, holding on tight with your upper body as well, and that'll feel everything in your glutes. For exercise number 2, we have the half squat. So this is obviously our quad focus movement. I've been doing the pendulum squat for probably like the last 2 programs, so that was probably like the last 4 to 6 months, and I haven't done the half squat in a very long time. The last time I did a half squat, I fucked with my knees and literally couldn't squat for multiple months. But there's something about the pendulum squat I found really, really comfortable, and I like that my hips kind of move up with it. So I never had any issue with the pendulum, but I just always found with the half squat being on that fixed path, it just didn't sit well with my knees. But this one in particular feels really, really good, really, really smooth. And a tip that if you ever feel like your knees do feel a bit yucky on a half squat, or you just feel a lot of pressure in the bottom position of your half squat, you can add a band to the machine, and it just reduces some of the pressure you can feel at the bottom of the squat and give you just a little bit of that assistance outside the bottom portion. That's usually what I would have done in the past, and for a few of my clients as well, that's usually what we'll do. But these are starting to feel really good. Very, very baby weights. It's actually kind of sad how light I am going, but it is what it is. Starting with 25 today. Last week I did 10 kilos for my first set, and I think I got 15 reps, 16 reps. Then I went up to 20 and got 10 for both sets. So just going to go with a 5 kilo jump. I don't want to overshoot because sometimes I can do that. I thought about putting 30 on. I was like, okay, let's just ease into it. Quality reps. The rep range is 8 to 10, but if there's more than 10 there, I'll go for it. I've also added a plate or like this like elevation underneath as well, because for me to get to the range that I can get, the girl needs a little bit more of an elevation, because not a lot of machines are designed for shorter humans. So adding that to give me a little bit more range. And yeah, let's have fun.
Mr. Pistol Popper, Blocko locked and loaded. Life's a bitch and she pussy pop, no why, cause I got her open. That pussy stoking, fuck is you promoting? Yeah, you claim you raise, you hate it like you live in Oakland. I'm a rat down niggas with the blue bag. Introduce you niggas to the new swag. Niggas say a nigga blew a blue bag. I'm so stupid on this new ass. I'm so stupid on this new cash. $1,000 Jones just to hold my ball. All I ever do is let my juice sack. Hot gone, but the juice back. Get the popcorn, juice snacks. It's a movie, nigga, with a new cast. Get the news flash, it's the truth back. This is boom back, it's the new rap. Look at all the niggas that I flew past. Go by air to the new rag. Nigga make way for the new jack. Mr. Pistol Popper, screaming fuck a copper. I just bought a crispy chopper, finna fuck your blocker.
I feel pretty small today. Spending too long behind the computer yesterday, maybe not enough water, dieting, all the things. Sleep has been one thing that's been impacted quite a bit the last week. I'm starting to wake up quite a bit throughout the night, literally around like that 3:30, 4 o'clock mark, just been waking up. And last week I was really struggling to fall back asleep, but the last couple of nights have been a lot easier. And like that's very common and to be expected to sleep into a deficit phase, like less food coming in, body's under a level of stress from the dieting. I also am stressed. So it's going to start to disrupt our sleep. So I have water supplement just from bulk nutrients, like a sleep support supplement to help with that. I already take magnesium before bed, and the last few nights me and Jackson have been not watching any TV before bed, so just reducing screen times. The last like 2-3 nights we've done that. A difference with my sleep. Still waking up a bit throughout the night, but it's easier for me to fall back asleep, and I don't feel so groggy and like lethargic waking up in the morning when I don't watch TV before bed. So reducing screen times there has been good. It's literally just taking it one day at a time, one session at a time, one rep at a time, and just using my energy wisely when I have it. Like training first thing in the morning has been really, really good. I'm a bit tired, but it's good to get it out of the way. And then like going home, eating my first meal. I've adjusted my meal slightly to make sure I have a lot more of my fats with my brekkie and my lunch, just to support brain, which has been such a big difference just with my ability to concentrate and like focus with work. So go home, have brekkie after this, lock in for some work, and then lunch, lock in for some work, and then my dinners are still the same. I just hadn't eaten avocado with my dinner, and then my ninja cream as well, which I've shifted the portion of, so I have more protein with my brekkie now and less protein powder in the cream as well. So I just found I was really like utilising it, and I'd rather be fuller for longer in the morning than fuller for longer when I'm back to exercise. So
gone, but the juice back, get the popcorn, juice snacks. It's a movie, nigga, with a new cast. Get the news flash, it's the truth back. This is boom back, it's the new rap. Look at all the niggas that I flew past. Go by air to the new rag. Nigga make way for the new jack. Mr. Pistol Popper, screaming fuck a copper. I just bought a crispy chopper, finna fuck your blocker. Even crack the pavement, that's for niggas hating. I've been impatiently waiting to show you niggas Satan. All this talk of Illuminati ain't got a clue about me. Bitch, I'm trill Illuminati and got my crew behind me. Shooters round me, keep the looters round me, keep a tool around me, and keep you fools from round me. Couple of them dudes around me. With a gap, with a strap in a backpack, and a cat, leave you flat in a backpack on a bad track, red attack. Nigga, that's back, nigga, pass that to the cash for the hashtag, for the cash tax, for the cash for the smash tag.
Next, we've got single leg press. I honestly do not like this leg press at all. Machines are not made for people with smaller legs. And like, by small, I mean short. Ideally, I'd like my feet like in the middle part, but there's like this weird dent in the machine. So I'm going to try bring my feet a little bit lower. This machine also has this fuck, so which has added a 5 kilo on each side. Sure that I'm keeping my hips square the whole time and really locking myself into place so that when my hips not moving around, I'm not like favoring one side and making sure I'm getting full range as well. Like last week, I don't think I was getting enough depth or as much depth as I probably could. So pulling the weight back, adjusting the foot conditioning, and we've only got 2 sets of this. Thank God. And the half squats actually felt really good. I bumped my weight up to 27.5 and we stayed all 3 sets of 10. So we can progress them next week, potentially. But with single leg press, I literally did 10 kilos last week. This might actually be a bit too heavy. We'll see how we go.
Mr. Pistol Popper screaming fuck a copper. I just bought a crispy chopper, finna fuck your blocker. Even crack the pavement, that's for niggas hating. I've been impatiently waiting to show you niggas Satan. All this talk of Illuminati ain't got a clue about me. Bitch, I'm trill Illuminati and got my crew behind me. Shooters round me, keep the looters round me, keep a tool around me, and keep you fools from round me. Couple of the fools around me, with a gap, with a strap in a backpack, and a cat, leave you flat in a backpack on a bad track, red attack. Nigga, that's back, nigga, pass that to the cash for the hashtag, for the cash tax, for the cash for the smash tag, nigga, catch that, exact, and I pass that up to my niggas that you ask for the cash tag. I see dead people, I need dead people, Lord pretty Flacco, I behead people, nailing kiss the rain, all hail the king, long live ASAP, put that on everything.
Actually wasn't too bad. I got 1 extra rep in last week, so kind of slay. Got leg extension. This is my favorite machine. We love this leg extension machine. I think I've said this in a video before, but like this is the first time a leg extension doesn't fucking hurt my kneecaps, and I feel all in the quads. Get a nice juicy quad pump with these. Okay, my music's not playing. No roggadolling this set.
I see dead people, I need dead people, Lord pretty Flacco, bitch, I behead people, nailing kiss the rain, all hail the king, long live ASAP, put that on everything.
My legs are proper cooked, but I'm really surprised with how well I've been able to still get pumps on my sessions, especially for legs, considering on how low my food is. I'm not eating quite a significant amount of food before I train, but before rice cakes and honey, so often I'm doing its thing. So I'm just like, look at my clothes. Generally, still can't believe that these are my legs. Like, I actually cannot believe that's where we're at. That's fucking wild. I used to dream about my legs, but I never thought it was going to be possible for me. Medically, I wasn't capable of it, but the reality is I just never died with this being hard or being or how possible. I'm not saying you should fucking prep to get to this point, but it does require any fucking goal you want to achieve a lot of fucking times there, consistency, and the fucking time. You know, I will get to this point even if I wasn't prepping but it still would have taken a lot of consistency with my training, with my nutrition, with my recovery to be able to build this amount of muscle. It still would have taken a lot of fucking effort in all areas of my life to make sure that I'm getting the most out of everything to build this muscle, and time, because muscle building takes fucking time. And those are the three things I didn't fucking realize back in the day, that in order to get to where I am now, I need to apply those three key things to get to where I want to be. I would just blame straight away, oh, it's my genetics. Oh, I'll never look like that. It's just not possible for me. Oh, I'll never look that way. Oh, she's just lucky. She's just this. It's like, no, Kayla, you just weren't applying consistency, time, or effort in the right places to actually achieve this. But we learned, we grew, and now we live. And I'm fucking grateful for it. I'm really fucking proud of myself. Watching myself pose and seeing the physique presented in front of me is just like really, I'm really fucking proud of myself. Honestly, and like to see 12 to 24 months of hard work, like be revealed now. Like I obviously set the goals to compete in March last year. That was over 12 months ago. But not only that, like when I started working with my coach, we did like a 12-month build phase. And in the midst of that build phase, I said, I do want to do a competition next year. And he was like, okay, cool, we can set that plan in place. We'll spend more time building. And we also set the goal to do it first year, end of last year. So that one gave him a bit of an understanding of where I'm at physically with muscle, how much time we're going to need to spend in the build after it, even just understanding how my body responds in a diet phase. And then after that first year, I spent the next 6 to 8 months building again for this moment. And to see 2 years of hard work be revealed, and knowing that the effort I put in over the last 2 years and being committed and being very process driven, because in those build phases, I didn't fucking know I was going to look like this. I just knew I needed to build and put on muscle, and I'm just going to make the most out of it. And if I didn't do that, I would not have the physique presented that I have today. And that's because I just focused on the process of building muscle, focus on the process of getting the outcome that I want rather than the outcome itself. It's like I just need to show up every single day with the boxes I need to, with intention, with intensity to where I want to be. The timeline of it is, it'll happen at some point sooner or later. I just need to make sure I'm showing up as that person every single day to get to where I want to be. And it's just a matter of time before I actually achieve that goal. And that is the beauty of delayed gratification. That is the beauty of building your physique. Our physiques are one of the things that you cannot buy, you cannot steal, you cannot fucking, take away from someone. You can't wish for it. Like, it's literally earned, and it's earned by the behaviors and the habits and the actions that you have every single fucking day. And I think it is one of the coolest things. And people might think like, oh my God, like you put so much work on this physique, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, look, I want to look good. Is that a fucking crime? I want to look my best. When you look good, you feel good. It's like, oh, my physique is a representation of my discipline, my care, and my level of self-respect for myself. I am able to achieve this look because I prioritize my recovery. I make sure I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. I look after my nutrition. I fuel my body. I don't restrict myself. I make sure I am adequately fueled for my sessions. I train hard. I put myself out of my comfort zone to challenge myself. I challenge myself physically. I challenge myself mentally. And my physique is a byproduct of fucking nervous boxes. So yeah, I do put a lot of emphasis on the physique because it represents my level of self-respect, my level of discipline, and the willingness I have to commit to goals and fucking achieve them. So if you're like, yeah, you're so right, Kayla, like, this is actually why I want to change my physique, it's not wrong. Of course it's not fucking wrong. You're allowed to look good, and you're allowed to do it in a way that supports you long term. And that's the thing as well. Like, a lot of people that would have an issue with that are the ones that in that sort of like toxic diet culture where they're like, oh my God, like that's so harsh, like that's so restrictive. It's like, not when you do it from a place of self-love. It's actually one of the most beautiful things ever. are back home right now. So as I left you hanging at the gym, but she was in a rush, ran out of time, wanted to come home and eat some fucking food, as I've got a call in about 15 minutes. So I wanted to not be in a rush, because sometimes on a Wednesday we run out of time between training, driving back home from the gym, and then I usually have a call at 10 o'clock. So sometimes I'm like in the middle of making brekkie when I'm trying to be on this call. So I got through all of my session except for my ab exercises, which I actually have to go and do cardio this afternoon anyway. So I'm just going to do my abs when I do cardio plus my posing then too, because I think the time that I'm going, there's no classes on at the gym, the other gym that I train at that's local to me. So then I can use like the proper like group studio room, which one is heated so I'm not freezing, and yeah, I like posing in there because I've got all the space. So just had to cut it a little bit short, but we got home on time, made my usual brekkie, got my eggs. We absolutely love her. The only thing I've actually adjusted, which I think I actually said already, is I've reduced my protein in my Ninja Creamy. I've like halved the protein powder amount I was using. So I'm literally just having like 10 grams of protein powder in the Creamy. So that means I have more protein for the day. I can add more egg whites to this meal, so it's a big, hefty, thick egg white omelette, still with 2 eggs with spinach, and then English muffin. Now I'm adding avocado to this as well, just to up my fats with my brekkie, and I'm not doing any avocado with dinner, and then doing a massive serving of avocado with my lunch as well. As I was saying, we just got a delivery, which are my clothes for the photo shoot this weekend, which is exciting times. But yes, I've added more fats to my lunch and my brekkie, because that is where I'm utilizing the most amount of my brain for work purposes, all that sort of stuff. So, and I felt really, really good. I trialed this yesterday and the day before, and I felt so much better for. I felt like I was able to really concentrate when I needed to. So that's a massive slay. Actually kept me full as well. And I just am obsessed with this egg meal. Like, this meal brings me so much joy. But I'm going to leave this video here. I'm actually genuinely so surprised I had this much of a personality in this video. So I'm glad I filmed it, and you're very welcome, because this has not been the case for the last couple of weeks. But taking each day as it comes, and I'm very, very happy with how the session went as well. Felt good, felt strong, got a great pump as well. And that's pretty much everything for myself. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And I'll see you in the next video, which will be a photo shoot.